Today, grade 5. How are you? Good? As you know, your grade 5, we started together Unit 2, which speaks about matter and materials, right? We started speaking about types of matter. We know some informations about elements, compounds, and mixtures. We said about atoms, then elements, group of atoms, then the difference between compounds and mixtures. Today, grade 5, we are going to know together physical and chemical changes. We are going to know what? Physical and chemical changes. I know that you all love chemistry and you love to work in the lab. Also, we love the physics, right? The physics usually are something that we can see with our eyes, we can notice with our eyes, not like chemicals. Okay, let's go deep in this and know more. Physical and chemical changes. Materials and their properties change when they are heated, cooled, or mixed together. When we heat it or cool it or mix them together, so here the properties change. Some changes are permanent, but others can be reversed. When I say permanent, like I wouldn't change it, I wouldn't get it back, okay? I will not be able to let it get back as it was. But others can be reversed. Like what? Exactly, yeah, Ahmed, very good. Like the picture down. I have a cube of ice. If I melt it or put it outside just to have some heating, it will be melt, right? It will be water. If I take the same water and put it in the freeze, then it will get back to ice cube again. So this here is reversed, right? But if I bring peppers and fire it, okay, put fire on it. After firing it and turning to ash, can I make it again pepper? Just by putting some water, then it will change and be back peppers? Surely no, right? So this is permanent changing. But the ice cube, I can melt it or freeze it, and this is reverse. So let's start with physical changes. Melting, freezing, mixing, and dissolving are examples of physical changes. We all know melting. Do you see this ice cube? Some of it is still freezes, but some is melting, right? Mixing, do you know the idea of mixing? If I bring water and put on this water some sugar, for example, and start mix it, this is mixing. And dissolving, if this sugar disappeared in this water, so here the sugar dissolved in the water. A physical change can be reversed by what? By reversing the process that brought it about. It can be reversed by reversing the process that brought it about. Let's have examples. The first example is chocolate. Chocolate melts when it is heated, then becomes solid again when it cools. So this here is physical change, right? Why? Because it is reversed. I can reverse it. Chocolate melts when it is heated. If I take it and put it in the freezer and cool it, so it is gonna be solid again. And another example, ice. If you take some ice from the freezer, it melts to liquid water. If I take it out from the freezer, it melts to liquid water. If you put the water back in the freezer, it freezes solid again, right? Another example, salt. Salt dissolves when you stir it into water. If I stir it into water, so it dissolves. I wouldn't find these particles of salt. If you let the water evaporate, then the salt is separated again. I want you to make this small experiment at home, your grade 5. Take some salt, or let's say a spoon of salt, and put it in water. Put it in a teacup, okay, of water. Fill it with water, then put the spoon of salt. Then stir it till the salt dissolve in water, like you can't see it with your eye. Just stir till you can't see with your eye. Then put it outside in the sun for a while, maybe for 1 day or 2 days. After time, you will come back and you will find the salt back again. So here it is reversed, right? So these are 3 examples for physical changes: the chocolate melt, and the ice, and the salt dissolving. Let's speak about the chemical changes. Let's speak about what? The chemical changes. Burning and setting are examples of a chemical changes. They cannot easily be reversed. They cannot easily be reversed. So we describe them as permanent. We describe them as what? Permanent. Example, the candle wax. When candle wax burns, it combines with oxygen to make carbon dioxide and water vapor. Right? When the candle wax burns, it combines with oxygen to make what? Carbon dioxide and water vapor. These gases escape into the atmosphere. I can't catch it and let it come back again. Right? It escapes into the atmosphere. Another example is cement and plaster. Cement and plaster of Paris change permanently when they are mixed with water. They react with the water and set hard. If I bring the cement, grade 5, we know the cement. Look at the picture in the left. This is the cement. If I take it and put on some water and mix it together, then it will change to something that is hard, right? If I want to get it back to cement, can I do this? No. So this is permanent change. As I told you, burning and setting are examples of a chemical change. They cannot easily be reversed. So we describe them as permanent. We describe them as what? Permanent. In a chemical change, the atoms that make up the substances join up in new ways. They join up in new ways. They give me different thing. We say that the substances react. That's why we say that word, reaction. Okay? We say that the substances react together. The forces that hold the atoms in their new arrangement are usually stronger than the starting forces. The forces that hold the atoms in their new way after reaction arrangement are usually stronger. They are usually what? Stronger than the starting forces. The atoms cannot easily break apart to reverse the reaction. They cannot easily break apart to reverse the reaction. Right, grade 5, we cannot bring it back. So this about the permanent change. Permanent, usually it is the chemical changing. Okay? And the reverse, usually they are the physical changes. And that's it, grade 5 about physical and chemical changes. We say that some changes are permanent but others can be reversed. We had examples for physical changes and chemical changes. We know now the meaning of being reversed and the meaning of permanent. I want you to do the homework in your pupils book, page 43. Start from activity 1. You will find it very nice. Just try to think, open your mind and think, and you will figure out the answers. And in your workbook, page 22. In the pupils book, the activity 1 and what you have learned, and check your progress. And in your workbook, page 22. Good luck, grade 5.